Hello everyone, welcome. Today I want to talk about that we don't have to be scared if we are maybe too extra with God. We can never be too extra with God, because sometimes, especially for me as a new Christian, sometimes I hear like maybe from my non-Christian friends, or maybe they are really worried and they say, oh Christina, maybe you are spending too much time in church or too much time in your faith, and they are scared for maybe. And Christina, what if this is not something real, that you are giving all your time or your energy um, um, all into? But we cannot blame the people who are asking us, because they cannot feel what we feel, the love for God, because God is a God of free will. So if we don't say yes to God, God will not come and work in our hearts. But today I just want to give you a word of encouragement. If you are maybe spending a lot of time with God, and sometimes the devil maybe come in your ear and tell you, or maybe you are too extra, this is too much. If God loves you, you don't have to do all these things. Go in the world, go have fun, go party, um, go to this event. But I want you to know that you are on the good track, that God is very pleased with you. Just keep on going, and keep on going. Just have one mission: give your life to God. We can never spend too much time with God. I always think in the end of my life, if I'm standing in front of Jesus, and you know and I'm talking about my life with Jesus, like, Christina, why did you do this? What happened there? Why did you do this, or why didn't you do that? And we're going to talk about all my activities, and how I spend my time here on this earth. I don't think I would for 1 second I would say, like, oh damn, oh, sorry, oops, I spent too much time with God. There was uh, I don't know if damn is a bad word in English. Actually, I'm so sorry if it's a bad word, because I'm Dutch. I don't know if it's a bad word. I should Google it. But because I watch a lot of American movies, so that's why sometimes you pick up something. So if it's a bad word and I offend somebody, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm so ashamed. I don't know. Okay, but I have to keep on. I have to keep on going. Oh, God, forgive me. But please leave on the comments if it's a bad word, so I will never use it again. Never, never, never. Okay. But I think in the end of my life, if I think about all my activities here on earth, um, that I wouldn't be for 1 second. I will be like, second guessing all the time that I spent on prayer, on retreats, on Bible studying, on reading Christian books. I'm learning about more about my faith. But I think I would say, um, but I think I would, like, be um, I would be like, I would like think twice about my other activities. Like, maybe I went too much to parties, or maybe I done too much for myself and I did too much for my neighbor, because I don't know my neighbor. But God knows my neighbor, and God loves him. So because God loves him, I want to put the effort on him. So I want you to know that never be afraid for spending too much time with God, and never have you see, you have what is called this, FOMO, fear of missing out. I think we have to have the fear of missing out of doing good for God. So, my dear brothers and sisters, if you are doubting yourself, if you are maybe thinking, I do too much alone with God, because sometimes also, when I think when we realize really what God is and what God done for us, then we sometimes we uh, we become a little bit in isolation, because we want to spend all our time with God. And sometimes God also put us in isolation, because God is a jealous God, and he wants all your time. He wants to spend all his time just with you alone, so he can talk to you, so he can teach you, so he can learn you stuff about yourself that you would not know if you are maybe surrounded with so many people. Sometimes we are not popular with people, but we are popular with God, and that's something really good. So don't doubt yourself for that. If you are not popular with people, but know that you are very popular in God's eyes, and that He loves you. And maybe you are living now in isolation, but that is God's plan for you. You don't know in this isolation what God is doing for you now. I bet you that God has meetings in heaven. He's making strategies about your life. He's talking about you with Mother Mary, with all the saints, how they can help you, to live a more holy life. So don't think you are living in isolation and God has forgotten about you, and you are just in a room and with walls, and you are living in this big world. No, God's eyes are on you. God's favor is on you. You are the one that God leaves everybody for. So don't be scared. Don't be scared, and God sees you. God sees your tears. Tears are a way of prayers too. Sometimes if you are sad and you cannot pray, sometimes you just need you cannot talk. You just cry. That's okay too. You are okay just the way you are. You are on the right path. And I just want to encourage you, just keep on going. Just learn more about God. Learn more about your faith. The more we know about God, the better we can love our neighbors. It's like if I have a problem with my neighbor, example, and if I don't know God so much, then I'm gonna solve the problem Christina style, and that's usually not a really good start, because I'm from Iraq, and I have an Iraqi temper, I have Arabic temper, so that's not good at all. So, but if I know more about God, and if I know who I am in God, if I know I am His beloved child, I am a child of God, and if I know that people cannot see God, but people can see me, then I'm gonna solve the problem whole different way. So then there is no space for Christina style, the Arabic style. Then there will be space for Catholic style. The style of the daughter of a king. So then I know what matters and what doesn't matter. Then I know uh, the more I know about God, the more I can adapt to Him, adapt to His words, adapt to His character, about the way He does things. It's like, there's a saying: the 5 people you spend the most time of, you're becoming like them. And for me, there was a time in my life now. The 5 most people that I spend my life with are God, Mother Mary, Saint Rita, Padre Pio, and Saint Charbel. Um, no, these are my 5 favorite people. So if I spend the most time with them, I'm gonna become like them. I want to talk like them. I want to act like them, and I want to serve like them. So I think it's so the more we spend time with holy friends, the more we become more holy, because they live this life. They were on this earth. They have been to really hardship in this world. So I think we can really learn from them. It's a reason why God gave them such a hardship. Like, if example, look at the life of Saint Rita. She was um, she, uh, she, um, she was a daughter. She was the only child. She was a wife of a man who was abusive. Um, um, then she became a sister. Uh, so so I think everybody can relate to her. Everybody is a daughter. There are so many women who are married, who are having a difficulty in a marriage. So God doesn't leave us alone in our difficulties. God gives us examples, and from things that we can learn. So in this time of isolation, I I want to encourage you to learn more about God, to learn more about your friends in heaven. So not to look in this world, but keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up, because in this world, this is nothing. Serious, this is nothing. Just this is nothing. For example, you and we are friends. I can change. Maybe today I love you. Maybe tomorrow I don't like you. But God is every day the same. Every day. Don't take a risk on me. Take a risk on God. God is every day the same. The same God. I know God now. I think for 7 years. For 7 years, God is the same. Every morning, every afternoon, every night. Every time I talk to God, or I say, God, Jesus, never hear attitude. But if you ask people who know me for 7 years, I change. We are people, we change, and that's okay. That's okay too. But that's why it's so good to not rely on people, because God is a good God, and because He is so good. Because He is so good, He will never change with you. Because He wants you to know that He is a Father. He is the one stable factor in your life. You can go to Him 24/7, 24/7, day and night. He is always there sitting. His one job is, if you say, Jesus, God, He says, yes, yes. What can I do for you? And maybe sometimes you feel, yes, I pray, I do everything, but God doesn't hear me. But remember, when you say God and He say yes, and you are maybe asking for something that is not good for you, then try to imagine God crying. Try to imagine God explaining to you, my child, I cannot give you this person, I cannot give you this job, I cannot give you this house, I cannot give you this friendship, because this would not be good for your soul. So sometimes God needs to break your heart to save your soul. Just know that and maybe you and maybe you are praying for something. Maybe you say, Christina, but this would be also really good for God's kingdom. But then maybe God is trying to teach you to be humble, to teach you to grow in your how you say in English, to grow in your patience, to grow in your faith. Maybe if God would give you this, then maybe you will not need God anymore. So if you have a prayer who is not answered, then ask God today, God, I know I pray this prayer and or ask you this thing, but you are not giving me this. But God, help me to get peace with this. Help me to let it go, so I can see your plan in my life. So this plan, what I have in my head, can go, and your plan can come. Because God's plan is always better. The best thing is in front of us. What was is in the past. And God is not in the past. God is a God. He is alive. He is not dead. And what's in the past is dead. So try to ask God to make place for His plan. So for today, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will see you back next week. And thank you for everything. Oh yeah, and I want to ask you, because I'm a new channel, please pray for my channel, and please give me a thumbs up, and please send this video to a friend who can use a word of encouragement. And you will do this not because you want to you want to push the faith on them, but because it's a sign of love. And if we love somebody, we want to share the goodness of God with them. So please share my video with them, and like, subscribe, and I will see you next week. God bless you all. Bye.